wish you could see me walking in May. I wish you could slide the one on my game. Good evening or good afternoon to you all. Look at Patsy. Look at Patsy, only boy. Look at Miss Patsy's only boy. I hope y'all doing well, man. This is one of my middle of the week days off. And I had run a few errands this morning, and I still have not eaten anything for today, so I'm going to head over to the Jamaican restaurant and order me some food. If I can get out of this parking lot. I really don't have much to say. I'm really coming on here and see where the conversation or the tone might carry me to. See what folks is on. I'm coming out now, buddy. I got to get out here, buddy. I got to get out here. I really do. I got to. So yeah, I came on today to holler at the people, man. You know. And I mean, I guess y'all know me for speaking on the political shit. And of course, you know, with the politics, we talk about the way our social conditions are right now, what's going on in society, and how it's affecting us. And you know, I read some. I shared it on my wall. Matter of fact, you might be able to go back and take a look at it, where it says that, oh kindly master, our kindly master, you know, whom we all, well, I shouldn't say we all, whom the good supporters of the Democratic Party, those detractors of mean Master Trump, they had to get him out. We got to get Trump out, blue no matter who. You know, well, today I read, I don't know when he said it, but today I read, you know, through a publication who I can't name at this point right now, that Mr. Joe Biden, our president, you know, I can't separate the two. Our president, Joe Biden, said there's nothing that he really can do. There's nothing that he can do about the rising gas prices and the prices of food and things of that nature, because you know, the situations and circumstances over in Ukraine, the war in Ukraine is just affecting the grain in America, where, you know, the bread prices, and of course, you know, grain that feeds cows and things like that. So I guess you know, the produce, the price of meat may well go up as well. So we sit here, and this is the guy we chose. Once again, let me correct myself. This is the guy you all chose. And he was supposed to be the solution of all the problems which y'all said we had, you know, these white folks, they out of control. Now that Donald Trump in, they've gotten a little bit out of not that they weren't, you know, not that you all weren't complaining previously about Bro Obama. You know, I call him Barack Obama. I call him Bro Obama because he's my bro. Y'all were complaining about how they were so mean to President Bro Obama. All the racists. They say they put monkey pictures of him and Michelle, and you know, and I admittedly first term Bro Obama, he's my bro, you know. First term of Bro Obama, I stood with him, you know. I was online. I was arguing, debating adamantly against those who were in the Elephant Party. About, you know, how dare you speak about the reason that you're speaking about our black president, our blackish president, our African American president, it's because you're a racist, you're prejudiced, and you know it very well may have been true. They may have been the most racist of racists, the most supremacists of white supremacists. But nevertheless, even in our defense and adoration for Obama never produced anything that we could say specifically addressed the wants and the tangible wants and constructive needs of black Americans specifically. Even though they were always touted about, well, the Negroes love him. He received 95 or 93 blah, blah, blah percent of the black vote. Boy, them soft now ladies be the bomb. So he received all this amount of the vote. So, of course, the black folks are with him. But as for me, really, I snapped out of it when I discovered Claude Anderson, because I wrote his name in the ballot. I think for 2012, if I'm not correct. What was the year? 2012. I think I wrote Claude Anderson in for the ballot in 2012. So it was like, well, when I discovered him, and along with the fact that how the situation was such a clusterfuck in Libya, that was another instance where an American president interfered in somewhere under the claim that they were fighting for democracy against tyranny. And they interfered in a situation, and they made it, from some perceptions, made it much, much worse. You could reasonably argue that President Obama, I call Barry Obama because he's my bro. That Obama brought slavery back to Africa. Not that slavery ever left Africa, there's all types of iterations of slavery in Africa. There's even iterations of slavery in America, but that's something totally, that's another point altogether different. So, kind masters say, I can't, I know it's really taking a toll on you on the pump. This is my gas. I'm still at that half a tank from when I pitched the bitch about, I think maybe a week or two ago. I still got a half a tank of gas from then. But the last time I looked at one of these gas things, it said like $5.50. And man, I'm here in California like $8. But man, do you realize? I mean, I keep on saying, I wanted to go places this summer. America's open again, right? They say America's open again. I want to travel and things like that. But it's not even to the point where you say, well, come on, buddy. Not even to the point where you say the gas prices are high. You might want to say, well, I'll catch a plane, that way I won't have to drive and I'll get there quickly. And it's someplace I want to go where I don't particularly, either I can't drive or I don't want to drive. They say the airline tickets are up. The price for airline flights and things are up. And then they have on the news, the mainstream news, we have a problem, we're running out of pilots. There's no more pilots. But I'm going off into something different. Let's stick with Kind Master and his fecklessness, his helplessness to do something for the rising cost of Americans, yet still he manages to find billions of our tax dollars to send over to countries that have identified themselves as Nazis for the most part. All because of Russia. Didn't I hear something about Hillary Hilldog's lawyer and some type of affair with Russia, because that thing that came about where that Trump was working with the Russians and the Russians manipulated the election, all that shit came from Hillary Clinton. And they had all these hearings, and they utilized tax dollars to run through that, to have all these investigations and pay all these lawyers, these high-priced lawyers. Oh, yes, so they had all, it's like, well, they send all this money overseas Billions of dollars in a pandemic. All the, everybody having to deal with the business, small businesses closing down. People getting booted out of their houses because, hey, that interest rate, the interest rate and the mortgage rate is going to skyrocket. And once again, it's going to be a reset like it was underneath my brother, Bro Obama, underneath his presidency, where more than any group in America, black Americans were losing their home. I think I want to turn around so I can be seen. I think I'll do that because I'm not going in just yet. But yeah. So he says he can't do nothing about what's going on in this right now. Y'all got to make do. Y'all got to make do. Y'all know that when y'all voted for him because y'all black, in order to maintain y'all blackness, y'all was gonna have to do certain things and make sure certain things stayed in order. I can't drive. Make sure certain things stayed in order, so he can maintain his position of power. So he can attain his position of power first of all, and he had his blackish vice president candidate, nominee. And we all expect we adorned our once again I'm saying I'm speaking French when I wasn't even applicable in this situation. The sister girls adorned their tennis, their footwear and their jewelry, and they said we're going to go ahead and we're going to stand by our sister. I don't know what, and I mean, like I said, I'm thankful for my little plantation position I have at Candyland, because I mean, for the most part, I'll say it's arguable that where I work at, it's nothing fancy or elaborate, but it's probably paying me more than any job I've had. I just say I've had. I mean, now when I was working for myself, when I was paying, I made considerably more money, but I'm in a city. I'm in a whole different city and state. I'm not about to be wandering around Chicago doing contracting. Especially, if you really know what ethnic group above us control. Never mind, that's something totally different. Let's stick with Khan Master. This individual says, well, he can't do nothing for the Americans here because of the turmoil hundreds and hundreds of thousands and thousands of miles away in another country. And even after the election, even early after the election, when he was doing all this stuff, when he was blaming unvaccinated people for killing people with the coronavirus, and just all the random, when he said the shit where he said that we had to learn to work with the Hispanics. This is the Hispanics run the contracting trade, the painting and all that good shit up here, landscaping shit in Illinois. I guess in most other cities too, they run that shit. Used to be the niggas run that shit, but not no more. But Con Master Biden say, he got all this money to help all these other places, and and he has all these other altruistic goals for other countries. He's turning his head to Taiwan, and these interests that he is focused on, the Russia and the Ukraine situation and whatever else is on the deck. These are issues that are not relevant. I mean, they of course they're relevant because hell, we sinking. Meanwhile, he got money to give away that are not necessarily relevant to you in America. What's going on over there in Ukraine with the Ukrainians and the Ruskies don't feed me at all. Thank you, Sister Lily. This is my Boondocks Yin and Yang shirt. Because as you do as a Piscean person, I'm going to use me being a Pisces as the reason for this. We sometimes have a conflicting personality at times. We can either maybe I don't want to embarrass and I don't want to insult anybody by saying bipolarist. we're two different fish swimming in two different directions. Somewhere, somehow meeting in the middle. Yeah, I love this shirt too, though. But this after the pandemic. Now they say it's spreading again, and y'all better wear your mask. Keep your mask on when you go into places. Now we're wearing our mask again. Even with all that, there seemed to be a little bit of a release. Wasn't so strict to where like when you go into the Walmart shit, everybody do it. Everybody run it. Well, it's just like Atlanta was during the coronavirus height. Walmart's up here. Most of the customers are maskless, and they just moving about and things like that. But let me get to where I'm going. This was the last year, last summer when he first got in, and he tried to say, well, y'all can get together by the 4th, and he had all this shit, and then that's when the spikes started coming up and people kept dying. Of course, y'all never said that Kind Master killed them people with the virus. But y'all always said, I wanted y'all to make logical sense out of it, because I knew whether if Kind Master won, or whether Kind Master won and Kind Master didn't win, you would have to ask the question: how can his lack of attentiveness, his incompetence, allow people to die? Dr. Fauci told y'all what to do. You don't need that. You don't need the president to tell you to wear your mask. You didn't need it. I needed the president to make sure I had me some goddamn money. So when I got furloughed from my job, and they said, well, we're not going to pay you during this furlough, you'll have to apply for unemployment. My bills aren't built for unemployment. I'd have to take some real slashes just for regular unemployment. They had enhanced unemployment, though. Oh, enhanced unemployment was so motherfucking sweet. Do you have any type of enhanced unemployment now? Any type of stimuli? He gave us the rest of the change from the stimulus check, the second stimulus check we was waiting for while Trump was, I guess it was the second or third, waiting for the stimulus check while we was underneath Meme Master. He gave us the rest of that 2,000 after y'all had to vote in Raphael Warnock and some other individual from Atlanta. Because, you got to have the control of, I can't do nothing unless I have control of the House and the Senate. The Democrats have control over the House and the Senate. That's all. I enjoyed the money. I didn't give a fuck if the mother. I don't care if they rolled through Broadview, Illinois, in a motherfucking Confederate wrapped pickup truck. Make America great again. The Build Back Better. Ain't shit been built. Ain't shit better. Ain't that what a Kind Master thing was? Build Back Better. Ain't shit built back and ain't shit better. We want money. We want money. By all analyzations of living conditions and sociology and the environment, we need money. Unless you want to lay outside, and that could tend to be uncomfortable. But yeah, man, I'm at the Jamaican spot now. I guess I could take out in while I make my order, because I know this shit probably gonna take about 30 goddamn minutes. I can't call. I guess people was playing with them. You can't even call your order in no more now. They say you got to come in and make your order. But I got a taste for this good jerk chicken and this rice and peas and cabbage. So yeah, I just want to come on and holler, and I'm glad to see you ladies in here, Sister Lily and Miss Michelle Williams. So much more about Monique, and I think I'm going to do that on my platform, because the first Monique video I put it on my platform, the Real Beauty of Black Relationships. If you haven't added that page or like that page, please do it this time. The Real Beauty of Black Relationships page, I put that up there, and it's doing pretty good numbers. So I don't know whether I'm going to do it on this one and download it and upload it over there. But I'm not finished talking about it. Because I feel like y'all picking on her. I really do. But nevertheless, let me go order my food. Man, y'all have a great evening. Peace and love.